everybody. So Sister Megan here today with
Chloe.
And we want to share today a little bit about our treasure hunt experience that we had. And so maybe we can just share a little bit about like what happened and how the charisma was able to be like part of our experience that day.
Yeah, sure. So before we went out, we had prayed and asked the Holy Spirit to let us know where to go. And Sister Megan had thought of Tim Hortons, and I'd thought of just walking around. It just so happened that the Tim Hortons that Sister Megan had thought of was closed that day. So we ended up at a different one. We ordered something there, and there was a couple behind us who ordered as well. And as they left, we sort of saw them go out and we're walking in the neighborhood, and well, that was the other word we just see, was just walking around. So we had a chance to chat with them and ask them if they had a minute, and they did, and which was really lovely. So we chatted casually about the weather, made a connection, and when it seemed like they were open, we said, we're here just going out today to talk to people and share that there's hope in the world. And I asked them, had you ever experienced, anxiety or depression, or just do you see that around us in the world? And they connected with that. And from there, it was nice because we could say, well, what do you think about Jesus? And that was sort of the next step, and as the answer to that hopelessness or answer to that anxiety and depression in the world. And one of them knew Jesus and was going to church regularly, and the other one had grown up in a religious home but seemed to have kind of drifted from his faith or wasn't part of his life at the moment. So I think Sister Megan, you decided to ask them if we could pray for them.
So we just took a moment, we prayed for them, just had a word for both of them, and then asked like, how did that speak to you? And the one man, he was like, yeah, okay. But the lady, she's like, yeah, that was really spoke to my heart.
I think you had sort of proposed when you were sharing the prophetic word, like he was a security guard, and so being like secure in his, like that God also had, you had the sense that like God was saying, that God would love to make that, like you feel secure in his relationship with him if you're ready for that. So even if he wasn't, at that point yet, like he had that sort of, I guess, chance to receive that proposal, like receive that that's an invitation for him and it's open to him.
And then Chloe was so bold and brave, and you asked the one man
if he would be open to taking a next step in his faith journey, and he wasn't ready. So we respected that and said that's fine, and just let him know that the invitation is always there. And so we got to end it on a really nice note, and I think all four of us seemed to feel like it was a friendly connection, but also one that allowed God to come in a pretty special and profound way, and I think really touched them. For me, I think it was like a chance to kind of remember that this can actually be really enjoyable and nice, and like how open these people were, and how uplifted they seemed to be after we chatted with them and connected with them, and even just how maybe easy it was too that we were able to approach them and ask them, do you have a minute, and respect them. And it was a very gentle and respectful, friendly time. And so I think just to have that sort of ground the whole conversation and be able to leave on a positive note made me think like, oh, I want to do this more.
You're so right. Like sometimes I feel like someone's feeling really uncomfortable, and so I don't want to go there and like offer them Jesus. But this was like a special grace there that it felt more like comfortable to share with Jesus. So thanks for watching our video today, and God bless. And I hope you can go out too. Okay.